being perfect, is not about that scoreboard out there. It's not about winning. It's about you and your relationship to yourself and your family and your friends.
All right, welcome back to the C.O.C. City of the Champions podcast. I'm your host, DannyBoyLax, and alongside is Talar. Talar, welcome back. It has been a while. How's your summer been? I'm sure it's been wonderful.
It was good. It's good to be back. I missed it. But yeah, it was very enjoyable summer, but I'm really excited to get back into this.
Oh, absolutely. Me too. Absolutely. I had a great summer as well. Busy, fun, everything you want. But let's get into sports, especially football. Football starts Sunday. Actually, tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, Thursday night.
Thursday night football. You can't forget about Thursday night football. It is the recent champions, Philadelphia, versus the Atlantic Falcons. So we got a little bit of NFC matchup here, rematch here, just like last year. But let's. I also got some Celtics we can talk about. We can talk about a little bit of Bruins. Let's get into that because I got lots of the New England Patriots and some NFL stuff. So let's start off with Celtics and Bruins, and we'll roll right into NFL. So I put it on the second or third page here. But so last we talked, Celtics did not get into the finals, but they had a tremendous season.
Oh, awesome!
And it can only get better for these guys. Coming up, we got Gordon Hayward being back, Kyrie Irving's coming back, and we got Marcus Smart adding to another contract. Right? Is that right?
Yeah. They re-signed them.
Re-signing, and our arch enemy LeBron James has moved from Cleveland and he's going to L.A. I do remember you saying that he wasn't, but
I really thought he wasn't gonna do it.
I feel like you got sideswiped there. What are your thoughts on that?
So on the LeBron thing, I'm surprised, but I'm not. It's like this weird thing. So a part of me was surprised because he went somewhere that has no chance of winning a title anytime soon. Right, or at least for this season, upcoming season.
I feel like it's another building season.
Yeah, and then another part of me is not, and he also went to a tougher conference. The West is hard, is so much harder. But the part of me that's not surprised is the part of me that knows he probably put his family first. It's probably somewhere they all want to be. It's an easier lifestyle. It's a business move for him than anything.
I feel like he's already have some sort of house already down there.
Oh, he has a house everywhere.
So, I feel like it's not a huge move for him, but I'm sure for his kids and definitely his wife. But I just feel like, this is not completely big. But, any family or any athlete, celebrity, I don't know, to move is an adjustment. But I feel like, I was reading that, he's not going to play a big part like he did in Cleveland. I don't know if you read that. I just see, he's not going to get a huge amount of minutes. And, it's understandable since he's been around for the season. Sometimes he's not the new guy on the block anymore. What are your thoughts? I don't know if you read something like that.
I did hear that. The thing I have about that is I don't know how much of that I believe. Because, you do have guys in the front office like Magic and everybody who knows that managing his minutes are important. But at the same time, and he knows that it's important too, but at the same time, I feel like as the season goes on, they might get sidetracked from that. And be like, wow, he should be on the floor more,
Yeah.
But the other half is you have young guys, you have young talent like Ingram and Lonzo, and Kyle Kuzma, who you want to play big roles. So you can sit him and you can let the young guys kind of try to do their thing. But I feel like there are going to be points where they're just going to be like, all right, LeBron, go.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just expected.
Yeah, I feel like that too. And he's a Hall of Famer, repeat champion. I lost count on how many he has.
He's got
I think
3.
three.
He's got 3.
I was thinking 3 or 4, but he's just an all-around talent. And it won't surprise me if that does happen, but I just feel like it's gonna ease in.
Yeah, like in the beginning of the season, he'll be like they'll be like, all right, he's played like 33 minutes. We're gonna sit him. But as it go and you get into like the real deep parts of the season, like January, February, where it's just pure regular season stuff, you'll lose count.
It would be it would be phenomenal to see that LA and Celtics rivalry come back up again.
Yeah, I mean,
everybody already hates LeBron in Boston already. It just hypes
icing to the cake.
The icing on the cake. That's exactly the analogy I was looking for.
I out of curiosity, I looked at Celtics Lakers tickets. Oh my god, impossible! It's so expensive.
How much?
I can't even remember.
Okay.
I can't even remember. But I think balcony seats started at like $200 each.
All right, that's out of the question.
Yeah.
But besides LeBron, your thoughts on this upcoming Boston Celtics season? We got a fresh team. Kyrie's back. Gordon Hayward's finally back. Poor guy, just hanging out, recovering, rehab all last year, but the Celtics had a phenomenal season.
Outstanding.
With Kyrie Irving out during the playoffs, you had Marcus Morris stepping up, Al Horford's up there, and Scary Terry just taking it to the rim, and it was just all around fun to watch. And me, I've been building my basketball watching as the years come. I was never a huge basketball fan in this past, but this season I watched more and more games. Thoughts of coming into the season, and preseason is just around the corner. Have the floor.
So training camp starts September 26th, and you better believe I am like counting the days for training camp. I'm so hyped. You have Jaylen Brown, who's gonna make another jump. I fully believe. Jason Tatum, oh man, that kid. He's
been practicing with he's been working with Paul Pierce.
He's been working with Kobe, which is a huge thing too. He's kind of working with everybody. He's put on more muscle, which is important.
That is good.
Yeah. It's really exciting to think about him and what he can do this year. Al Horford, your steady guy, he's going to be there. Brad Stevens does this fun thing that I love, where he doesn't make him go as hard in the regular season and in practice during the regular season, so that in the playoffs he's super fresh. And he had a phenomenal playoffs, and that's because Brad Stevens kept him fresh all season. Kyrie, and you know how I love that kid, how I love that guy. Kyrie's going to be awesome. I'm really excited. I think he's going to hit a new level this season because he's going to finally have all the weapons, and he can be more of a passer. And I think he wants to be more of a passer. And our main man, Gordon.
Yeah, and Kyrie's got Gordon along his side this season.
I think Boston is buzzing. I think everyone is so excited to see him on the floor.
Yeah.
People forget how good he was. He was an all-star in the Western Conference. This guy's legit. And there was a video a few weeks ago of him dunking and landing on both feet. So seems like he's gotten over the mental part of it, which is the hardest part, really. He looks fantastic, I'm so excited, and I think that first preseason game the Celtics have, everybody's going to watch it because everybody's going to watch him and Kyrie, but mostly him, to see what he can do, and he's not going to look as good.
Yeah, the clock's been counting ever since that injury.
Oh, yeah. Listen, he's not going to look as good the first, month or so of the season.
Yeah.
If he got a huge injury, hasn't played in a year. In any pro sport, it's going to take time, right?
Absolutely.
But by, Christmas, he's going to start looking back to normal.
Yeah, like I feel like around that October, November we start to spark up, and then right around February, March we just get quiet a little bit, and then we spark up again. But hopefully it's just a tad different this year. We just spark up throughout the whole season.
Yeah,
But it's never a perfect season for any sport. But
no, and Brad Stevens said he's gonna be clear to play literally any minute. So, it's encouraging. You have Daniel Tice coming back, who's a big part of that team. Everyone seems to forget about him. He's like your dark horse off the bench energy type guy. They did what they had to do. They got Marcus Smart back, which was just amazing because they did it the day before I left for a 2-week vacation to Armenia. So I was like, yes, it's perfect timing.
you're all stressed out there a couple of days.
I was like, how am I going to go halfway across the world and not know if Marcus Smart is back or not? But they're going to be, if they're healthy, this has to be the key thing.
I think
Just
you got
like with any
re-signed
team.
on my birthday, I think. July 19th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll continue. I just had that thought.
No, you're good. I think any team, if they're healthy, give it Bruins, give it Celtics, are gonna be very, very good. But they have to stay healthy. That's the biggest issue.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll see.
It's even great, too? Sox are killing it this season.
Yeah, oh my God. Baseball.
Baseball. I don't think they had a victory here today, but they're just shy of 100 wins.
They did win today.
They did?
Yeah, they came back and won 9-8. I heard on the
Just
radio.
just as I'm watching, it's 7-1, and then
Yeah.
I didn't want to finish the game because it's just so brutal.
Yeah, I heard it on the radio on my drive home from work.
Wow.
Yeah. It's insane.
Yeah, so I guess they got that 100 win, but they've just been phenomenal all season.
Yeah, they've been. I'm not even a huge baseball fan, but even I've paid attention.
Yeah.
To it.
I know. Price has been with that. Chris Sale has been with that injury, back and forth. But when he was not injured, he was on fire as well, and it's just phenomenal to watch. And I have neighbors down the Cape that are Yankees fans,
Ooh.
and I bust their balls and I say, "Hey, how about them Yankees?" And he goes, "We're a September team. And you're not shining right now, buddy."
Yeah, they traded for Andrew McCutchen too.
Yeah.
They've got the thing about the Yankees is they've got big names on the Yankees, right? You have Stanton, you have Judge, you have McCutchen. Those are notable guys, but you would expect more out of a team with those types of guys on it.
I know, and I don't know if it's coaching, the chemistry,
pitching, maybe?
pitching. I feel like baseball has this formula that you cannot solve. I don't know if you ever seen what's that movie with Jonah Hill and Brad Pitt? You remember they try to get these specific players and they figure out a formula instead of looking at the talent. They look at the stats.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I forgot the name of it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I just feel like that it's just a formula you can't solve sometimes. I mean, I enjoy baseball. I don't enjoy it as much as I love hockey, and then football and basketball. But no, I have been paying attention to the Sox, and I did enjoy a lot of Cape Cod baseball this summer. That was one of my times where I could relax and just enjoy a game by myself. It's one of those things I like to do alone. But yeah, and I just think the Celtics are going to be hot just like the Sox, and praying the Bruins are just like that because they were phenomenal last year too.
They were fun.
They were fun to watch. I don't know what happened in that second series against Tampa Bay. I know Tampa Bay was that number one team, and they had tremendous talent. Even during the trade deadline, they picked up even more talent.
That first line just wasn't there for that Tampa series.
No, and after the game, I remember listening to the Sports Hub and it was the weekend show, so it wasn't like it was Felger or Maz or anything. But they were complaining get rid of Tuca, get rid of Brad Marchand. You don't, first off, Tuca was not the problem. Tuca played his heart out. He was doing very well. He had a lot of saves in that last game, just before they got defeated. He was probably one of the player of the games in that game, and I just feel like Brad Marchand, for some reason, it's not his first time doing it, but he just becomes a clown when
The antics.
it doesn't matter the most. I don't know why. I don't know what's in his head, but you got to work with him. And I feel like we've gone over this numerous of times, and it's not a new thing it's not one of those new things we talk about. I just think it's, something we always bring up just out of habit. But I do feel that this is Bruce Cassidy's second full season, and I feel like he's going to do even a better job and getting this team going. The Bruins are trying to not focus on the rookies. I know we got my boy Ryan Donato coming in this full season.
Right.
Fun fact, there was this store in Burlington that had, it's a frame store of all the pictures and autographs. There was some sort of sale, and I just before the price went up, I got a photo of Ryan Donato's autograph. I can show you later. I just have a gut feeling that that's just gonna be something special down the road. Yeah, I'm excited for Ryan Donato. Even starting late in the season last year.
Oh yeah.
Was it March he played and scored his first goal within minutes of the game, and made an appearance in the playoffs. I think it was the first round, one of those games that they were killing. I think it was the second game they were killing Toronto, and he was shining. And I just think this kid's just gonna bring it this year. I saw on Twitter a few days ago, Charlie McAvoy is one of the top 10 defensemen, which is pretty good. Alongside Torrey Krug, I think Charlie was 6 or 7, and Krug was 8. And it's. I think it's going to be a great season. Patrice Bergeron had groin surgery in June, recovering all summer. He was at captain's practice not too long ago. What else? We got rid of Anton Khudobin.
That's right.
I just read Don Sweeney was not hesitant and picked up another backup goalie. Excuse me if I don't pronounce this right. Jaharzalov Hag.
Jarslav Halak.
Jaharzalov.
I got you.
I'm so bad at pronouncing non-English names. It's awful. Former New York Islanders goaltender. He signed a 2-year contract, $5.5 million. I guess he was, a veteran goaltender for the New York Islanders. This is to replace Anton Khudobin, so he's not gonna. I'm not gonna pronounce that name again. He's not gonna be the number one goalie. He's gonna be the Anton Khudobin backup. I mean, Tuukka Rask backup. So when Tuukka Rask is not performing, he's gonna, step up. My thoughts on this. I can't predict right now because I don't know this guy very well. I don't pay attention to the Islanders. But I was reading his stats. Game started, 434 wins, 232. Save percentage, .916. Shutouts, 42. It seems like it's a pretty decent stat, so right now I'm not going to not agree with it.
Wait and see.
But I'm not going to love it right now.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things that's up in the air. So, yeah, I'm loving a little quiet offseason. Nothing really sparked that, they picked up or dropped. But, I'm so ready for hockey. Riley Nash moved on to Columbus. as a free agent. Tim Shala moved on to Vancouver. So those are other, star players that, moved on, which not concerned about. I was reading David Krejci's pretty pumped for this season. He's, getting focused. He seems like this is a good year. So, all around excited. I'm excited for Bruce Cassidy to get these Bees up and going. First game is October. It's against the Washington Capitals. It is, I think it's October 6th or 9th. But all around, I'm excited. And
October 3rd.
October 3rd, I'm sorry.
There you go.
That was way off. And, it's going to be an exciting year. And we also got Bruins are playing in the Winter Classic.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Where is that this year?
It's at Notre Dame Stadium.
Yes.
And I'm excited because they're playing in Chicago.
Yeah, man.
That's going to be a great game.
That's going to be fun.
I might have to record it.
Yeah.
Just in case if I'm not, present. I'm going to tell everyone not to talk to me about the Winter Classic until I watch it. But I'm excited for the Winter Classic. Always fun to watch. Outside hockey. Pond hockey is always the best. So, also, over the summer, a New York Islander star, John Tavares, moved on from New York and went to Toronto Maple Leafs for a 7-year, $77 million contract. This is his hometown, so
that makes sense.
It's like a dream come true for him. It's like, if you signed with the Celtics or I signed with the Bruins, as we were famous athletes. So, Talar, I can say dreams do come true.
They do.
They do. And I think it's going to be all around great Bruins season.
Yeah.
I can't tell you enough how stoked I am for Donato.
You need a jersey.
I know.
There's
this thing about me that, I have a hesitant of buying a jersey.
Yeah?
I just have, you know what I mean? I just feel like that, someone's jersey, I'm afraid with my shit of luck.
They're going to get traded.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so
because I've had a Hernandez jersey, I had a Randy Moss jersey.
Oh, no. I'm like that. In a sense, I usually only buy players' jerseys who have been in Boston or sure to retire with the team. So a Brady jersey, a Paul Pierce jersey.
But right now, I don't know if Donato's gonna retire with.
Well, it's so early.
It is.
You can't.
You know what? I'm gonna wait a little bit.
Yeah, wait a little bit. I got an Isaiah Thomas Celtics shirt, right? And I wore it. I loved it. It was my favorite shirt. He got traded. I don't know what to do with it now. I'm I can't throw it out.
I mean,
I love him.
It's still worth something.
Oh, it's worth it, and it's super comfy. It's a really nice shirt. So it's weird to wear it out though. I'm can't do that.
I found
strange.
a Bledsoe jersey upstairs.
Oh, wow.
What else? I found my brother's Jerry Rice jersey.
Oh, holy! He has a Jerry Rice jersey.
Yeah,
That's insane.
He grew up in the 90s.
Oh man.
Oh, and I found a Barry Bonds jersey. These are all my brothers.
That's insane.
And he took them too, and I don't think they fit him. I think he's gonna give them to James when he's
older.
When he's older. Who the hell is Barry Bonds? Who the hell is Jerry Rice?
YouTube them. Simple answer, literally.
Me, I'd be I'll take that.
Thank you very much. Slow.
But no, I'm so pumped for Bruins. I'm also pumped for the Celtics.
So fun. When do the Bruins start training camp? Or
they've done captain's practice.
Mm-hmm.
I think they start sometime this month because October's just weeks away now.
Yeah, because they usually start 2 weeks before the Celtics. So if the Celtics are end of September, then
their preseason's coming up very soon.
Probably next week or two.
I believe so. Yes.
Oh, it's so exciting.
So yeah, they've been doing captain's practice, off ice training. It's all exciting, and they had their charity tournament last week. They've been to, I think it was China or Japan, where they did some camps. So, the Bruins have been busy this offseason, but I just can't wait for them to come back. Hockey, summer without hockey is just... I mean, I love summer, but it's just...
It's long without your sports.
Yes.
Yes, I feel the same way. And you get really, like, antsy when, like, Labor Day comes around because you know that your sport is, like, right around the corner.
Well, after my draft, I'm just like, when the hell is hockey coming back? When is the Bruins coming back?
Yeah. No, I'm the same way. It's like, how much longer do I have to wait? And you look at a calendar and you're like, well, it's like a month. And it feels like it's crawling.
Yes.
It's like, come on.
Yes. So, like, even at work, I'm just watching, Red Sox highlights, which are great right now. It's not like, another loss. But, and then I love Brady, but I just feel like we follow him, like, everything he does, which I don't mind, but it's just every little thing.
Like, let the dude be. Like, just...
I'll get into it more once we get into the Patriots. Yeah. But do you have anything else on the Bruins or the Celtics?
I think we've covered it. Basically, we're both super excited to get the season started.
There's nothing yet except for, some signings, some let-goes, a little bit of training, some surgeries here and there. But football is back, ladies and gentlemen, it is starting tomorrow night against the Atlanta Falcons and the Philadelphia Eagles. I think it's in Atlanta. And guess what, Talar? Chick-fil-A will be open.
Yes!
Chick-fil-A is going to be open that night because it's not Sunday.
I'm here for Chick-fil-A.
Anyways,
it's at 8:20.
Super Bowl champions, Philadelphia Eagles, are playing the Atlanta Falcons. Are you excited for this game?
I forgot. I didn't even know this game was happening. Is that bad?
Well, I understand because you're focused on the Patriots.
Yeah, it's my focus because I know we play Houston on Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hyped up about the Pats too.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still going to watch this football game.
Well, I'll have it on. It's what I do with these types of games is I'll put on in, like, the background.
Yeah.
And I'll be doing something else. I think it's probably in Philly because they're the champs, so their banner has to go up.
I think it says Atlanta.
That's weird.
It might be. I might just...
Because they have to put the banner up. Banner name.
I read it wrong.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's at Atlanta.
Just so everyone knows. So, Atlanta at Philly.
So Chick-fil-A is not open.
Chick-fil-A is not... Well, it's probably still
Backtrack.
open, just not in the stadium.
It might be a concert or something.
Yeah, something.
We'll see.
But Philly, Atlanta... It'll be interesting. I mean, I don't know much about Atlanta this preseason. I don't know how they've done. I don't know what they look like.
We got Nick Foles versus Matt Ryan.
Oh, is Wentz not back yet? He's not. No, he's not.
Yeah, I saw. I think I saw he's playing. Yeah.
Wentz?
No. Foles.
Foles. Yeah, Foles is. But Wentz is not back yet, so you still have a backup with the starting job. And who else do we have on the slate here? This is Sunday games back here?
Yeah, so I did, I was saying we could do this at the end, our what we pick throughout Sunday and Monday.
Yeah.
But we can get into the Pats.
We got a lot of Pats news, folks.
So, yeah, it's on the first page. So, New England Patriots, sadly, Super Bowl loss, but their preseason went pretty successful. 3 wins, 1 loss. Backup quarterback did pretty well for, his rookie year. What's his name?
Danny Eatling.
Eatling, the LSU former quarterback, had 65 yards?
86.
86 yards, touchdown. That was pretty phenomenal.
That was impressive, and he's fast.
He is fast.
He's fast. And I loved how pumped the sideline was. Brady was pumped for this kid. I was so excited about it.
Yeah, he was. And, no, it was all around successful, but we had a couple guys cut. And, there's others staying on the practice squad. Stupid printers cut off. We got defensive linemen, linebackers, wide receivers, and backup quarterback, and another wide receiver. Yeah, so it's tough being a Patriot. You gotta make the cuts. You gotta do what you gotta do. Now, Josh McDaniels' old position. They didn't hire a new defensive coordinator.
Matt Patricia's old position.
I mean, Matt Patricia. Sorry, Josh McDaniels is still here. Matt Patricia's old position. They didn't hire someone. They just gave.
They went internal.
Yes.
Which is, I mean, the smarter way to do it.
I mean, yeah, you save a little money. And
Well, it's not even the money thing.
It's the place.
Oh yeah, it's the place, but it's also here's a guy who's been a coach under Bill Belichick who knows how he works.
Yes.
So you'd rather that way than hire someone and get pushback.
Yes.
Who doesn't know how things work under Belichick? It's smarter.
It's-
the players know him. It's like
I feel like it would be more work for Belichick.
to bring someone in.
Yes.
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 No, absolutely.
But yeah, smart move. Not only saving money, but helping out Belichick, not concentrating on training. I don't know if you would call it training, but like overshadowing the defensive coordinator, I would say. I don't know. Yeah, and I also think, this is smart. And I mentioned Josh McDaniels, but he almost got, I wouldn't say let go, but he was
He almost left.
He was talking to other organizations, but he decided to stay.
He committed to Indy, and I have a writer friend who is a Colts fan, and he was super excited. McDaniels, oh my gosh, like great offensive mind, and McDaniels backed out, right? And I remember this clearly. Let me tell you this. I read this on Twitter. I was coming out of Star Market. And I was going to my car, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like freaking out in the parking lot. It was ridiculous.
I just feel like Indianapolis just got slapped in the face or stabbed in the back.
They did, and my writer buddy was like pissed. He's like, "Well, you know what? We don't need him anyway." Blah blah. And I understand like the anger because he committed to your franchise. He didn't sign anything though, so he can walk out. But as a fan, I mean, I'd be upset too. He had every right to be upset. But as a New England Patriots fan, I was so excited to keep him here. I was like, it's like Christmas. Josh is back. I was so happy.
I just feel like we're assholes sometimes.
Yeah, but whatever. It is what it is.
It comes with the territory. Yeah.
Indy, that I will say this. This is all this Andrew Luck being out, McDaniels backing out. This is all karma for this whole Deflategate nonsense that they started, and I'm still mad about it. Okay.
Did you see Andrew Luck's stash?
He has his mustache now?
Yeah, we call it the Uncle Rico.
Oh my god, his
From the-
beard was bad.
From Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh my god. I
called-
have to see this.
It was on Twitter. I'll show you a video. But yeah, I just think this is all around great. I don't definitely remember. What the heck are you doing? I do remember covering this somewhat. And then we're still holding off for Julian Edelman to come back. 4 games. 4 game suspension using illegal enhancement supplements. Idiot, complete idiot. I was working. I was like, they were asking Brady about it, and he just did not want to answer. There's some things you don't ask Brady. Same thing with the WEEI. You just don't get him going.
Like, stop it. Just.
And it's not the first time this happened to the poor guy.
All right, guys, have a great day.
No, Pete, they do it all the time. This is what the press does here. They push, and especially with Tom Brady, they'll be like, "Oh, what's this? Listen, in the past, if he hasn't wanted to answer the question about this topic, guess what? He's still not going to want to answer the question about this topic.
Well, he mostly hangs up on you because he can.
Yeah, that too. Like, they keep asking him about his Alex Guerrero. Like, he's not answering the question, and he's done that in the past. So why do you think he's going to all of a sudden start answering the question about him?
You could twist the question in many ways. He still won't answer.
He won't answer. If he knows what it's about, he's not going to answer it. Come on, man.
So it's funny story. So that Tom versus Time last episode came out today.
Yeah, I heard about that.
So I'm at work, off air, looking at stories, trying to get them on the website. And one of the guys who does cyber was watching it. They said he had a graphic ready because they were thinking Brady was going to announce his retirement on the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
He had it all prepared, and I don't know if this guy's a Pats fan because in the industry I'm in, people come from all over the place.
Yeah.
But he didn't reveal it, and I didn't watch Tom versus Time. I just feel like if I watch Tom versus Time, I'm just gonna get upset.
What I saw, so I was on Twitter, and the people who had watched it said that Tom announced in Tom vs. Time he wants to play 5 more years.
Yeah, which he initially said originally.
Yeah, he was like, I want to play till initially he was like 45. That was kind of like his target.
Yeah.
So he's 41 now, so like 4 or 5 more years, you're right around that target that he was looking for. And he said he knows it's going to be really hard. And yeah, I mean, you're almost 45. Like that's hard.
He's doing pretty well for 41. Right?
Yeah, and I hope it continues this season. If that's the case, Danny Itling is not going to stick around that much longer. If Tom's here for another 3-4 years.
Do you think Danny Itling, if he has an opportunity to be started quarterback for another organization, or do you think he would want to be under Brady's wing?
That's a personal preference. I don't know.
I feel it. I guess it could be too early to.
It's a little. It's early because like Garoppolo. The thing about Jimmy is you saw how good he was, and when he was a starting quarterback, you saw that he was.
I just feel like we're gonna
quality.
get blindsided with this.
With the Jimmy G thing.
Yes.
Jimmy G is.
I know.
Awesome.
I know he didn't start many games last.
He's really good. No, he is very talented. This kid's gonna be starting QB for San Francisco for years.
Yes. Yeah.
And he's gonna be very good at it.
And
if he stays healthy.
Yes, if he stays healthy, and he's also the highest paid quarterback, right?
Right now, yeah, I think it's like 137 mil. No, Aaron Rodgers is now because they signed him to an extension.
Fuck Aaron Rodgers.
I would gladly buy a Garoppolo shirt. I
just
respect. Yeah, I respect him so much for he stepped in when Tom was suspended, and he really led this team until he got hurt. He was doing a fantastic job. My concern with him is how many hard hits can he take? Because that hit that he took, you remember that hit to his shoulder that made him against Miami, and then after that he was just out?
Yes.
So that's a hit I've seen Tom Brady take millions of times, and he's gotten up fine. Jimmy Garoppolo takes the same exact hit, and all of a sudden his shoulder is injured. You kind of have to wonder, can he take as many hits as Brady has taken?
Brady has a freakishly diet, which I feel like gets him stronger, and I don't know.
Well, even when he was younger, though, before the diet, it depends. It comes down to the person's body, right? I hope that Jimmy G can stay healthy, and I hope he's not the type of quarterback that's going to get hurt all the time. Because when he's healthy, the kid's awesome. And I hope Danny Itling can turn into something like that. I don't know. He has flashes. I think he can start. He's slowly starting to learn how to read defenses and make the right pass. It's his accuracy that's the problem. With Jimmy, I remember him coming out of college.
Eatling can flat out run.
Oh my God, yeah. With Jimmy, the problem, he never had an accuracy issue. That's what I really liked about him. It's I remember one of the first preseason games we watched when he first got drafted. I remember him passing the ball, and I was like, this kid is really accurate with the ball. And that's I think one of the best things when you draft a quarterback. If he gets accurate, everything else can kind of fall into place. If he's smart and he's accurate, what else do you need in a quarter? I think Garoppolo has both of those.
I agree.
There we go.
I was trying to come up with an adjective.
It's my long-winded answer for all of you.
But yeah, and I just think Eatling could be just as talented as these other guys, such as Garoppolo. I just feel like this could be start of something new, but we don't know if down the road he's gonna stay with the Pats or. But focus now, Tom Brady. I wish Jimmy G was still with us. Just all around messed up in the front office here in New England, but I just think this could be the start of something great for Garoppolo, being the second top paid quarterback, all around talent. And I think the 49ers are going to be good this year.
I think they're going to be good. I think him being their quarterback is going to be
it's going to be a big help.
Yeah, they have Richard Sherman too, which
Yes.
no one knows what he's going to look like because Achilles injuries suck. But they've put together a nice little team. I think they can kind of sneak in and compete for a playoff spot.
Yeah, I think I'm going to grow on the 49ers slowly since Kaepernick, flew away.
I've always liked San Francisco though.
No, I know.
I've always liked them.
It was just a problem when Kaepernick was in that lineup, and I didn't hate San Francisco. It's just
Right.
like I loved Jerry Rice back in the day.
Oh yeah, well
But I don't know. I guess you can say every team has their flaws every now and then, but I don't know if you saw on the news today, Kaepernick's face is on Nike for their 30th.
Oh, yesterday, yeah.
Yesterday. Sorry, today though.
Oh yeah, no, it's fine. I mean,
so
whatever. It's all.
So
details.
I don't know. Brady was supportive, then other people are just not supportive, burning the Nike gear. Why would you burn your Nike gear?
You already gave them your money. It doesn't make any sense. Like, you gave them you paid Nike $200 for a pair of sneakers. What you do with those sneakers, they don't care. You already gave them your money. Why are you setting them on fire? Give them to a shelter or give them to veterans. Give them to someone if you don't want them. Don't set them on fire.
I think in their eye, they're trying to make a point.
Oh my god, like it's ridiculous. It's like when people set jerseys on fire. It's the same idea. Oh my god, so you see how excited I am about this? Same idea. You bought it, and they have your money. They don't care what you do. Come on, man. Drives me nuts.
It drives everyone nuts, man.
Oh man.
But
here's my question for you.
go.
What you saw in preseason from the Pats, are you confident that this team can make it back to the Super Bowl?
I am, but defense still scares me. I'll be honest.
Yeah, it scares me too.
I will say I mean I haven't seen much difference in the defense since
Patricia left?
Since Patricia left. Hopefully they work with that and find the mistakes that, they've done in the Super Bowl in 2018 season. Actually, mostly 2017, but I all around think they can do another Super Bowl. I do hate answering this question because it's just way early.
Oh no, it's early. That's what kind of makes it fun, though.
Yeah, but I don't see why they can't, and prove a point from last year to this year, just like they did with the Fire Goodell situation. I mean, not Fire with Roger Goodell. Sorry.
What the Fire Goodell? It probably comes down to there's no more Amendola, which is kind of hard. So it kind of comes down to seeing in the first month without Edelman what receiver steps up, right?
You still got Gronk. Still other players out there.
Hogan's still here.
Yep.
He's probably gonna be the guy since Julian's out.
And I'm not surprised that Eric Decker left or retired.
I'm a little shocked, but at the same time, he was struggling so hard.
It just felt like he wasn't gonna fit in. Period. I don't know. sparked getting him. I don't know.
They just, I think, needed a receiver.
Were they desperate?
They're a little thin at receiver.
But it just
It's like veteran experience,
yeah.
you know, like
Decker didn't shine, so I just feel like he knew he wasn't gonna play.
yeah,
So I just felt like, and where else was he gonna go?
exactly. Like I think he knew he was gonna get cut. You're
Yeah.
probably gonna cut him, so he was like, "It's better if I just retire and I'm done." He didn't look that focused. I don't know if that's just me. I don't know. He looked so much sharper, years ago. Obviously.
You never know. The wife could have said, "Hey, like you're 30-something years old. Why don't you just? You're gonna get cut. Maybe something like that happened."
And maybe he's like, you know what? Yeah, like I'd rather retire than get cut.
So, I mean, good for him. Like, it's
Won a ring, He had a good career. He was in New York for a while. But, time to hang him up. It's a hard sport. It's hard on your body.
No, it is what it is. Gronk got a new. I wouldn't say got a new contract. Added to his contract. Added more money to his contract.
Yeah, they did like incentives and stuff.
I think he added $4.3 million. So his base salary was $8 million for the next 2 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's excited about football because he's getting paid more. That's why I think he's excited. And Brady was asking for more money too, but I didn't see if he got it yet.
I don't think so.
But my personal opinion, I think he does deserve it.
Oh, yeah. The dude deserves... Tom Brady deserves like the fastest contract in the NFL. Really.
Yes. And I don't know why it's not on here and the stupid printer's not working, but I did have Britt who had I think it was a groin injury. I think he got cut.
They released him.
Yeah, he played either 2 games, only had 32 yards, some along the lines of that.
Mm-hmm.
He just wasn't sparking for the Pats, and he was kind of injured throughout the season last year. So they let him go. And we come to Sunday, 1 o'clock at Gillette against Houston Texans. And my boy from Clemson is playing the New England Patriots, Deshaun Watson. And I saw you snag him in fantasy football. Do you have any thoughts about this upcoming game and your boy Deshaun Watson?
I love me some Deshaun Watson. Thank you. Listen, I haven't watched him since he tore his ACL, right? So I don't know exactly what his mobility's like, what any of it's like.
So you're saying your quarterback's going to have a rough game Sunday?
All I know is that, quarterback aside, look, last year he roasted the Pats. Do you remember that game? He was running around everywhere. Bill could not contain this kid. He almost won that game for Houston single-handedly last year.
I try not to remember, but
we won the game, but he was really something in that game. I think the Pats struggle a little bit against the defense of Houston.
Well, Houston has a great defense.
They do. That's what I mean. So I think Houston's defense is gonna be a big challenge, especially for week 1. But I think New England wins, but I think it's gonna be a pretty tight contest.
And where our Jesus Christ, excuse me. And I haven't really eaten anything today. It's just ridiculous.
It's the monster.
But I need the energy. It's just been up since 2. But I personally think our defense is not quite there yet.
Mm-mm.
Ever since we left Matt Patricia, and carry on to our newly coordinator who knows the ropes, but I feel like just not quite there. I just think there's some things we need to. So I feel like it's going to be a struggle for the defense. But yes, close game. Maybe win with a field goal or something.
Yeah. Was it last season when they opened against Kansas City and they got their butts handed to them?
Well,
Like the defense got
I
their
just can I
butt
be honest?
handed?
I just think half of that reason was, I just think we were so hyped up because we were former Super Bowl champions.
Yeah.
But I could there was something else maybe I didn't see, but I just feel like it was more of being hyped up.
I agree with that, but I think that the defense took a few weeks to kind of get a rhythm, to kind of be like, all right,
Well,
get the kinks out. This is what we are now.
the game that was killing me, and I was in Florida last year, was the Tampa Bay game.
Yes,
And-
they
and-
should have won that much very easily, and they didn't.
And it was like, I remember where I was in the first and second quarter, and then where I was after during the third and fourth. But I was so nervous. Like
Did we win that game?
we did.
We did.
I feel like we won by the skin of our teeth.
Yeah, I remember Brady kept getting sacked like no one's business.
That was,
Oh my god.
and that was in Tampa Bay too.
Yeah, like he was just on his butt basically the whole game.
Yeah, and I remember being at Bubblegum Shrimp and watching the game, and like I'm in Florida, I'm a Pats fan, I'm like, yeah, it's just, but it was
Careful.
nerve wracking. It was so nerve wracking.
Yeah, it was. Oh my gosh, that was. And you're sitting there and you're like, the defense can't stop these guys,
Yes.
and his linemen can't protect him. What? You're like a mess on your couch because you're like, how in the world are you supposed to like score? Like,
Know what saved the game? I just remember this right now. Is the kicker just couldn't get these easy field goals.
they got lucky.
Yes,
They
exactly.
got so lucky in that
It was
game.
it was just these easy field goals that just weren't going.
Yeah.
I just feel like
Luck.
if those field goals were going in, game over.
Game over. Absolutely. It was such luck, and there's gonna be at least one game like that this season. Where you're gonna look at the schedule and be like, oh, that's an easy win, like something like the Jets.
Yes,
And
yes.
it's probably going to be the Jets. And they're going to look at the schedule and be like, oh, that should be an easy win. And they're going to struggle, and they might even lose. They're going to mess around, and they're going to lose the game.
Yeah, I just feel like it was, yeah.
So-
Those field goals. Now it's bothering me just thinking about it. Just because they won because of those field goals were missed. But, hey, a win's a win, right?
A win is a win is a win.
A win is a win. So, let's. Do you have any? Before I bring this up, do you have any more things about the Pats? Anything on Edelman, Brady, Gronk, Kraft,
No.
Jonathan?
No. I
No.
think we just have to wait for kickoff and then see what
Yeah.
happens from there. And then we can dissect, how the first game went and
Yeah.
all that. I want to see Stephon Gilmore play a little better this year, though. He was better at the end of last season, so I hope that carries over into this season. He had that awesome tap down against Jacksonville.
I want to see
turned
more.
around.
I want to see even more spark from Burkhead.
Is he still on the team? Yeah. More from him. James White is going to be there for one of his security blankets for
Yes.
Tom. I would like a good running back. Like, I just want one of these guys to just be able to go for a bunch of yards. And I want them to kind of use the running game more because, Tom's getting older. You don't want him to throw all the time, but that's what I mean. That's what the offense is.
Put Eatlin in running back. He's fast.
He's so fast. Just put it in there.
He is fast.
They had a bunch of guys
He's-
in for workouts, I guess, today. Like 8 players in for workouts.
He's fast for a white boy.
He's quick. I was so surprised how fast he was. It's like, oh my god. And none of the Giants could catch up to him. I was like, what is this? That was so fun to watch, though. It was on Meat Sports Center and the whole thing. That was
The
so
poor
fun.
Giants. And then Odell just signed with them, too. As
He re-signed the yeah.
He's not getting a Super Bowl.
Nope.
I remember picking him up last year, and when he tore his ACL or something.
He broke his ankle.
Ankle.
Yeah. It was brutal. I remember exactly how he did it.
I was like, my fantasy's fucked.
Yeah. It's brutal. The thing about sometimes the cleats, and this is what happened to him, is because they have to dig into the ground, your foot gets stuck, but your leg is turning. So that's what happened to him, is his foot got stuck, but his leg was turning, so he broke his ankle. It's like 2 different directions.
Oh well.
Proceed.
So I got the list of week 1. And I was thinking, since it's week 1, football week, our segment is picks, predictions. I didn't really do research, but I was looking at the odds. We can go me, you, me, snake,
you can,
or you can just go straight through, or I go straight through.
You can start it, and we can go back and forth.
All right. So, first game Thursday night is Atlanta and Philly. At Philly, ceremony going on. Who you got? Who do you want?
Who do I got? I've got Philly in that game.
All right. Yeah. I have Philly too. I just coming after a Super Bowl, I just think they're ready to get the season starting off right, and I don't know. I just think they're fully prepared. Nick Foles is still quarterback.
Yep. That defense is still good.
Yes.
So.
Matt Ryan's not been impressing me lately.
No, he had that one season, and then ever since it's been like.
Yeah. So we both have Philly in that game. Hopefully we're both correct. Next game is Buffalo. So Buffalo versus Baltimore. I'm gonna start with the 1:00 games.
Yeah.
So Buffalo versus Baltimore Ravens.
To be honest, I haven't watched any Ravens, so I don't know what they look like. So I'm gonna go Buffalo on this.
So Buffalo did have a surprising season last year.
They did. Their defense was better than advertised.
Yeah, and McCoy was pretty impressive last year.
Well, they had Tyrod Taylor last year, right?
Yeah, I was saying LaShawn.
Sorry.
No,
I
not
forgot
Cody.
he plays for them. Oh my god. LaShawn McCoy. Nathan Peterman is their starting quarterback. This is so.
I'm sorry.
So
I should have gave the.
No, you're good.
That's
So is Buffalo your pick too, or?
But no, Buffalo was not my pick. I picked the Baltimore Ravens.
Really?
Yeah, just because the odds were higher for them. But I did bring up a good point. I'm not going to change it, but I don't think Buffalo's going to have that spark again. But who knows? Week 1 is surprising, I'll be honest. Next game is Jacksonville Jaguars and New York Giants.
It's Jacksonville.
Yes.
That defense.
I'll be honest, the AFC Championship last year was pretty scary with Jacksonville in the first quarter. I felt like, I was grinding my teeth a little bit that Pats could end their playoff season early.
Against that team
yes,
of all the teams.
Yes. And and the Giants I shouldn't compare from last year, but just because I just don't pay attention to the practices and stuff.
Yeah, I mean that's what we have so far.
Yeah.
It's only last year.
So I just feel like the Giants are struggling, and I know Odell signed an extension with them, but I pray for the Giants. But I'm going with Jacksonville. So, next game, Tampa Bay Buccaneers and New Orleans Saints. You have the floor.
I genuinely don't know. I think I'm going to go New Orleans just because they were in the playoffs last year and they actually had a pretty good season.
Yeah. And
Kamara is their running back and he's really solid and good. And Breeze is still there, so I'm going to go with them.
New Orleans, same playoffs, higher percentage of winning. Buccaneers, We did mention that game against New England, how that was a nail biter, but just as a whole, they haven't impressed me. Kicker kind of sucks.
They still have the same kicker, or did they get rid of him?
I honestly don't know.
I'm sure they got rid of him.
I just think New Orleans has the higher percentage here.
Hmm.
All right, and our next game that we'll both be watching, Pats versus Houston Texans. I'm obviously taking the Pats.
Pats, baby.
Deshaun Watson, second-year pro, coming off an injury.
Major injury.
And Pats have just been dominating the last couple of decades. TB12, the legend. You got Gronk with an extension, amps for football. Sadly, Julian Edelman's ready, but stupidly had to have performance enhancement. And you got, the defense is not quite there, but I think we're moving in the right direction. And backup quarterback seems strong, ready to practice, work with Brady along the lines. And we got Burkhead coming back, White coming back. Gostowski's still with us. We did lose a lot of players.
We did, but we also gained some draft picks.
Yes.
We have some guys coming back off injury that were draft picks last year. And we signed Adrian Claiborne. I think everyone's kind of forgetting their big man. Dante Hightower's back.
Yep.
I think I even forgot about this guy. He wasn't even in the Super. If he was in the Super Bowl, they would not have ran for as many yards as they did. Remember Philly ran all over the field?
Yes.
Yeah. Dante Hightower's the plug in the middle that stops it. He wasn't there because of his injury. So that's exciting that he's back.
Yes. And I think the Patriots learn from their mistakes, unlike some other teams here. But I just feel like Pats are always coming back stronger and better and focus one game at a time.
One day, yeah.
So I'm going with New England. Good luck to Deshaun Watson. I still love you, former Clemson player. San Francisco 49ers. Sorry. I don't know why I put that. Think of baseball here. And Minnesota Vikings. I got Minnesota.
Okay. This one's a doozy because I really don't know. I'm gonna go.
I picked Minnesota because of their defense.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Minnesota because they were in the postseason and they do have a really good defense, and they have Kirk Cousins now as QB, who's more competent than what they've had.
Yes.
And Stephon Diggs is still a tremendous receiver.
For some reason, that defense is just stuck with me. I picked them in
very good.
Picked them in my fantasy.
Yeah.
So
it's a good defense. San Francisco's kind of that team that has to prove itself because they've been so bad for so long. Not for so long, but for a good few years.
But they got your boy Jimmy G coming.
They've got our boy, but what else? I kind of have to see what they have. I know that they had a good end of their season because of him.
We'll find out Sunday.
We'll find out. Yeah. So Minnesota, Tennessee versus Miami.
I'm going Tennessee.
Tennessee, yeah, I'm gonna go Tennessee too. They added so much this offseason. Malcolm Butler went there. Logan Ryan was already there. Lewis. Who's the running back?
Ray Lewis?
No, the running back on the Pats who was Jesus. Small guy. They would win all the time when he was playing.
Give me a second. Well, while I'm getting that going, poor Amendola is stuck on Miami.
He chose to go there.
It's probably more money, right?
Yeah, I think they gave him more money, and it's Miami. It's nice down there. It's hot.
I mean, yeah, and Dion Lewis.
Yes, thank you.
Brain fart there.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Yeah, and was it Jay Cutler is the quarterback still
for
Miami?
Yeah, if Tannehill's not back, then it's still Cutler.
I'm still thinking it's Cutler, right?
Yeah, I think Tannehill's still out. Wow, that's one injury. Cincinnati versus Indianapolis.
I'm going Indianapolis.
Indianapolis. I'm gonna go Cincy on this, but this could go either way.
It's. I feel like it's one of those flip a coin things.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh versus Cleveland.
Oh wow! I wonder who's gonna win. Huh? Whew, I'm Pittsburgh.
If Cleveland wins a game, I'll buy dinner. If Cleveland wins any game, I'll buy dinner.
Okay. Done.
All right.
Done.
You can include a beer in that too.
Oh, done.
All right.
Take you up on that.
It's gonna bite me in the ass if Pittsburgh for some reason just doesn't bring it.
Everyone's hyping up Cleveland so hard this offseason.
But
Have you heard that?
I just with the Bud Light and
They were on Hard Knocks, so everyone's like, "Oh my God, this is the best I've ever seen the Browns." And like every offseason, I feel like people are hyping up the Browns, and then the season actually starts, and it's like, yeah,
and I think
guys are bad.
I don't know who's starting, Tyrod Taylor or Baker Mayfield.
I think. Oh, actually, did they announce that? They didn't announce it yet.
I
don't think
thought I
so.
saw it.
I would. Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen Tyrod Taylor play in the preseason. I know Baker Mayfield's been pretty good.
But I'm going Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh has the overall talent. Poor Cleveland looking for their funk for the past couple of years now.
For like a decade, they've been in a funk. It's so bad.
I know. It's just awful. So I still haven't found it yet, but
It's fine.
not that it matters. Kansas City Chiefs or I don't know why I put San Diego, Los Angeles Chargers.
I'm gonna go Kansas City.
Wow, I was going Kansas City too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that LA people are kind of hyped on LA on the Chargers, but I have to see something from them before anything.
I've been seeing more spark from Kansas City from last season, but
Oh yeah. I mean, they've been good the past few years.
yeah.
So there's no reason to doubt
I
that.
just remember that game when we were playing. They were playing us at night. I think it was a Thursday night or something.
There was opening night and we lost against them.
Yes. It was awful. Dallas Stars or Carolina?
Cowboys.
I'm going Carolina, even though I think Cam Newton's the biggest pussy on the NFL.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Cowboys just because. Just to be different. I don't know. Like, I haven't really watched either team. I don't know too much what they look like. I know last year Carolina was so at best, and Dallas wasn't much better. So, I mean, Washington Redskins, Arizona Cardinals.
I'm going Arizona.
Yeah, I'm going Arizona. I don't know who's at quarterback for. Who's at what's his name? Alex Smith is a quarterback for Washington. No.
The last quarterback I paid attention to that team was Robert Griffin.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, when he was good, he was good.
Yes.
Oh, man, this is disappointing. Seattle Seahawks, Denver Broncos.
I'm going Denver. It's a toss. I feel like it's a toss-up.
I'm going to go Seattle, just to be different. Seattle announced today that Shaquem Griffin is going to start that game. You know, the kid with only one hand?
Wait, so Wilson's not...
He's like a defenseman or a corner. Or
See, I don't pay attention.
Back. Whatever it is, that's really exciting.
I don't know. I just feel like ever since, Lynch left, Sherman left, I just haven't paid to Seattle, and I just feel I just feel like Russell Wilson doesn't have anybody.
He
good.
Has, not really. He's kind of.
I just feel like
running out of weapons.
I just feel like Seattle just went.
Yeah, but it's gonna be interesting to see who's gonna be quarterbacking the Broncos though. Like, do they have a guy who is 100% reliable all the time? I don't even know.
I don't know either, but I just feel like they can stick it together somehow.
They've still got Von Miller. They're fine.
Yes.
That's all that matters.
Chicago Bears or Green Bay Packers.
Oh my. Okay, if you would have asked me a week ago, I would have taken the Packers. But Khalil Mack is now on the Bears.
Still taking Green Bay.
For fun, I'm gonna take Chicago. I mean, I kind of expect Green Bay to win, but for fun, I'm gonna take Chicago because you have Mack. You have a lot of young talent around him defensively. Trubisky had actually, I guess, flashes of a really good season last year. And they could be surprising. You never know.
I still think Packers.
Probably.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Dan Patrick had him on as a guest one time, and so he asked him. He goes, "Hey, Aaron, do you shovel your own snow?" I'm like, what? Because I get, Wisconsin's always snowing up there, Green Bay. And he goes, yeah, I do. And the next day they have a T-shirt, and it's just a guy shoveling their own snow, and it says Aaron shovels his own snow or something like that. It was, I don't know. You just had to be I just had to be in the moment where it was kind of funny at the time. But
yeah, of course.
But I'm going Packers. I'm trying to think the other players I know that I just think are going to bring it. But every season, the beginning of the season, I have a brain fart. Because it's just been so long since we talked. So
we'll get there next time. It's fine. Detroit Lions, New York Jets. Detroit, yeah.
I feel bad for the Jets. I feel so bad for the Jets. It's just like,
why?
I don't know. It's just been sucking so long, and it's I don't know. I always thought there was just some sort of rivalry. I don't know. It's always between. I always thought that New York and Boston had this rivalry, but ever since they just, I don't know. I'm thinking about my poor neighbors. Don't have anybody to root for because they're not winning championships.
They'll be fine. It's okay. All right. Los Angeles Rams, Oakland Raiders.
So I had a toss-up for this. Favorite is Rams, but I want to go Raiders.
You want to go Raiders?
I do.
I'm going to go Rams. And I think the Rams are actually going to be... They got Brandon Cooks, and I think they're going to be really good this year.
I'm still thinking Marshawn Lynch and...
No more Khalil Mack.
And my boy, QB...
Derek Carr.
Mm. But I feel like they had a decent season. Was it last year or the year before?
2 years ago.
2 years ago, they had a decent season. And then Derek Carr got hurt, and it just... I don't know, but I just feel like Oakland's slowly climbing up the ladder, but
I don't even know where they are, to be honest.
I don't know. I've seen more improvement than loss. I'll say. So those are my picks. So quick rundown. I got Ravens winning, Jaguars winning, Saints winning, Patriots winning, Minnesota, Tennessee, Miami, Indianapolis, Pittsburgh, Kansas, Panthers, Cardinals, Broncos, Packers, Lions, Raiders.
Right. I've got Bills, Jaguars, Saints, Pats, Vikings, Titans, Bengals, Steelers, Chiefs, Cowboys, Cardinals, Seahawks, Bears, Lions, Rams.
So we got a little bit of a little difference here. I love it.
I gotta keep this piece of paper.
Yes. So I was thinking next time we come back on, let's see who's got the most correct. And I wouldn't say we do a bet, but let's keep doing this if it comes down to picking on for Sunday's games and Monday. I just feel like maybe we'll tally up who has the most points by the end of the season. That would be a little fun thing we can add on to this podcast.
Yeah.
And before we wrap up, share a couple of summer stories, memories, anything funny you did, just to make this a great ending to our first podcast of and I think we're on. I don't know if we're on season 3 or 2. 3.
3,
I would say
2.5.
2.5. Yeah.
Sure. I went to Armenia this summer, and if you haven't been to Armenia, please go. It is amazing and beautiful and awesome, and it was so fun. I was there for 2 weeks, and it was so nice to see everything. It's halfway across the world, so it's different, obviously. It's very European. It's really cool to see how different it is, to get out of the bubble that is America and just kind of see different places and people and things. Other than that, I was mostly working, but that was a really fun trip, and I can't wait to do like another trip to Europe, hopefully sometime soon.
Absolutely. I feel like getting out of the country is just, always great, exploring new cultures and places. No, but that's really great. I wouldn't mind seeing another country, something like Armenia or Italy or Ireland, Scotland, whatever. I'm up for anything down the road. My summer, I've had fun, and I've been also busy. Last I talked to you, I started a new job. I've mostly been down the Cape over the summer. I don't know what's the most fun, I would say, but just being around friends, playing golf, going out with friends. I always enjoy hanging out with my friends down the Cape. I'll be honest, I haven't seen much around here. I don't know, I'm just always at the Cape, and I don't know, that's just, a place to relax, and, that's just my summer thing. But all in all, just relax and busy. Nothing crazy. Hopefully I'll take a trip soon once I start making the do-re-mi.
That's right.
Yep. So, any final thoughts before we head out?
Next time we talk, the Bruins might be in preseason. The
Celtics might be
in training camp preseason.
Yep.
Maybe. And the Patriots will be in regular season.
Yes.
So we have a lot to look forward to, and
yes.
We're so happy you're back to join us on the ride.
And we'll have more for you coming up in the next 2 weeks. Hopefully, maybe sooner. We'll see what the schedules look like. But I'm DannyBoyLax, and alongside is Talar. Have a great night and great weekend, folks. We will see you soon. Enjoy your night, folks.
All those times I said that I love you, your love.